Hello friends. This video beginning to code part 1 has been brought to you by imperialcoders.xyz. In this video we will discuss 1. What programming actually is. 2. Types of programming languages. 3. Why programming is required. 4. What is required to be a coder programmer. 5. Programming languages. 6. Which language to choose. So the first question that comes in our minds when we read this word is, what does it actually means to program? What programming actually means? Let me tell you the most basic definition of programming. Programming means to provide a computer or other machine with coder instructions for the automatic performance of a task. So now you know what programming means. Now the next question is, why is it required to program a computer? Well, think of a personal computer. Can your PC make its own decisions? Can it do anything without computer software for you? Can it understand your instructions directly? Well, no. So the next question that might be coming in your mind is perhaps, if a computer can't understand our instructions directly, then how do we feed instructions to it? Well, this is where the need to program a computer comes. Recall the definition of programming: to provide a computer or other machine with coder instructions for the automatic performance of a task. So what we meant by coded instructions is basically the program, and the act of writing a program for a programmable machine is called programming.
Programming languages are artificial languages with limited vocabulary and syntax which are used to write instructions for a programmable machine. Programming languages are divided into 3 broad categories. These are low-level languages, high-level languages, very high-level languages. Binary and assembly are low-level languages. These languages are used for writing high-speed simulation programs, hardware driver, etc. C, C++, Java, etc. High-level languages. These are used for a variety of purposes. Very high-level languages are Prolog, VB, etc. So if a computer can't understand natural languages like English, French, etc., then the next question comes to our mind is, how to make it understand what it has to do. Well, as a digital machine, computer understands only zeros and ones that are binary digits which are used to write computer programs in binary language. We can see here a comparison of 2 programs, one which is written in binary and one which is written in a high-level language. You can observe that binary language is difficult to understand for humans, while high-level language is easier to read and understand. So which type of language you would like to use for coding? Of course, high-level languages.
So now let's take a simple example of a maths problem to add 2 numbers. What are the logical steps that you need to give to the computer? Well, first you need to instruct it to read input from keyboard to obtain the 2 numbers which we want to add. The numbers obtained from keyboard should be stored in memory in some location with a unique name for further processing. Second step would be to instruct the computer to add these 2 numbers which were stored in that and that memory location, in this case which are A and B. After adding the numbers A and B, we also need to store the result, so we would instruct the computer to store the result in memory within a location with a unique name, in this case it is answer. The last step will be to display the result, most commonly by monitor. So what do we observe? Well, we need to tell computer each and every small step. Why? Because it's a dumb machine with no IQ.
There are languages that are useful in solving only certain kinds of problems. For example, Fortran is used for scientific and mathematical problems. COBOL is used for business applications. The objective of these 2 languages is quite different. So before you start learning further, you should know what is required to be a coder, programmer. 1. Basic algebra and mathematics. This doesn't mean you will never use advanced mathematics. If the project at hand requires complex mathematical computations, then definitely you need to learn them. 2. Knowledge of a programming language. 3. Average or better problem-solving ability. Programming is all about solving problems with computers and programmable machines. Which language is the best? It's a common question that is asked by every beginner. Honestly speaking, it's not a good question, because there is no single best programming language. You should start with fundamentals. If you want to be a Wii developer, then learn HTML first. Similarly, if you're more interested in general computer programming, start with a beginner's language like Visual Basics or Python. Thank you for watching. We request you to subscribe to our channel. In the next video we will discuss different programming methodologies. Again, thank you. Please subscribe and share. imperialcoders.xyz, learning program.